Hey everyone, welcome back to our Heritage Group channel. My name is G. Today we're presenting another white glove service car. This is a 2003 Porsche 911 Carrera 4S. If you don't know about our white glove service, make sure to check it out on our website. That's where we help our clients get the best value at online auctions. We handle photography, videos, marketing, and auction management. So this Porsche here is a 2003 Carrera 4S, and the exterior is finished in midnight blue metallic over tan leather interior. And this has the full leather option, which extends to the dash and the door panels and the seats. This Porsche here has been owned by the current owner for about 15 years now. Through this time, he's maintained the car, built it to the way that he's always dreamed of having it, and recently he's taken the car completely back to stock, with the exception of these BBS Strosek wheels, custom 3-piece wheels, and Bilstein PSS 9 coilovers. Otherwise, the car remains in complete original condition. The paint on the car is in fantastic shape. The front end has been resprayed. If you look on the Carfax, it does note a minor incident to the front. There was minor damage that occurred to the front bumper, which was repaired, and the license plate holes were shaved and filled, and it was completely repainted. As you can see, the paint on the front end matches perfectly with the rest of the car. It was vinyl wrapped previously in Avery satin white pearl, and I believe it was vinyl wrapped for about 7 years or so. The current owner removed the vinyl wrap at the beginning of this year, and since then it's been under our possession, and now it's coming up for sale. So starting with the exterior on this car, you'll see, like I said, the paint is in good shape. However, there are a few minor scratches around the car. There's some rock chips on the front bumper, but nothing major at all. You would have to really get up close to notice it. Otherwise, well, moving on to the glass on the car, as mentioned, the front windshield does have a crack down the center. So this car did have a roll bar in here prior, and when the current seller was removing the roll bar, he had to remove the mirror in order to take the roll bar out. When placing the mirror back, he accidentally cracked the windshield, but it's been filled with resin, so it won't expand further than this, and it would be up to the next owner to replace the windshield. Okay, so let's talk about the ride on this car. When it comes to the suspension, it does have the upgraded Bilstein PSS 9 coilovers. The coilovers themselves have about 10,000 miles on them, give or take. The ride quality, driving through these rough LA streets, although it's stiffer than the stock suspension on the 996, it's not backbreaking. So you won't have a problem taking it on longer drives, cruises up the canyon, or up the coast, wherever you'd like to take it. It doesn't make you regret driving the car. And the car also does come with OEM 19-inch Lobster wheels as well. When we come over to the back end, you'll notice the black chrome tips on the mufflers. So this car does come with the Porsche Factory Sport exhaust and the silencer button. This option is pretty rare. This is the first 996 that I've personally ever seen with this button, and it really helps, especially if you live in a quiet neighborhood where your neighbors get mad at you for loving cars. You could turn it on in the morning, press that button, and your neighbors won't hear a thing. We did actually get DME readings on this car today at House Automotive, and with the 2 ranges on the 996s, this specific car had only been driven in range 1 with 0 hours in range 2. The seller that's selling the car has really cared for it and used it as a weekend car, something to have fun with, take to car shows and cruise around. And he's never tracked the car, never beat on it, always pampered it. When it comes to maintenance on this Porsche, the owner has taken care of the IMS and RMS issue along with the clutch at Rusnak Porsche in 2011. Afterwards, he's replaced the water pump, thermostat, coolant hoses, and serviced the cooling system along with the reservoir tank. Besides the cooling factors, he's also replaced the alternator, he's checked the charging system, he's put a new battery on there, and he's made sure the car is good to go. All right, let's talk about the interior on this Porsche. So as you can see, it's covered in full extended leather, tan color, which extends all the way up to the dash. I personally think it looks fantastic. And with the midnight blue paint job, along with the bronze lip on the BBS Trosex, I think it really pulls it together, it contrasts well, and it complements it. When you take a look at the leather around the car, for the most part, it's in fantastic shape. The only part that I see cracking or any type of tears is the passenger seat, the seat bolster on the right side. Otherwise, everything else checks out. The headliner is tan suede as well. And as you can see, the owner has taken the liberty of adding some cool carbon fiber accent pieces to the center console, the glove box handle, as well as the speaker surrounds. The speakers on the car are original Bose speakers, and the CD player, the radio is all original as well, and music sounds great in this car. Looking at the instrument dials, as you can see, it's wrapped in a tan color to match the interior. Some of the parts are starting to bubble, so it would be up to the next caretaker to either remove the vinyl wrap and bring it back to original, or install the silver dials that's included with the car. When it comes to the electronics, everything functions as it should. Sunroof opens and closes, both windows work properly. The stereo, the AC, the heater, the heated seats, both buttons, and along with the cool little exhaust silencer button on this side. Alright, so the engine in this car is a 3.6 liter flat six Porsche engine, first water-cooled engine Porsche made. And so far it's been kept up very well, maintenance done on time, all oil changes, filters. Like I mentioned, the IMS and the RMS, along with the clutch, were replaced at Rustneck Porsche. Right now there's no oil leaks or anything from the car, no overheating, drives as it should. Full cooling system has been overhauled as well, including the water pump and thermostat. So far, we've been driving it from our warehouse to the studio and to do our video reviews, getting the DME reports. It's been a blast to drive this car. It sounds fantastic with the Porsche Sport exhaust. If you're not a fan of it, you can just hit the button, silence it right there. It gets heads turning everywhere we drive it. The paint color is really gorgeous on the car, and mechanically it's very well sorted and ready for the streets. Alright, so let's get into my favorite part of the video. How does this 996 drive? Now, first impressions with the car, when you get in, you realize how low the car is. Although it looks slow, it's pretty functional. Even the worst of bumps, if you just take it slow, it has no problem getting over it without scraping at all. Driving wise, as far as the handling and the way the suspension feels when you're driving the car, it's stiffer than the stock 996, but it's pretty comparable to today's day and age stock suspension. It's not backbreaking in any way, and I can happily take this car on a few-hour drive, no problems. In fact, we're taking it up a nearby local mountain road. So we're gonna talk about how this thing really handles on the twists and turns, as well as how it drives on normal streets. So let's start with the handling. So this car handles very well. If you give a little bit of input into the steering wheel, it just turns right away, no problems. It tracks straight. I could let go of the steering wheel. Although we're on uneven road right now, it tracks straight. And it just makes it a blast to drive, you know? You feel like you're on rails. It's effortless driving the car. Some of the older cars you have to really try to when driving it, but this 996 is effortless. The clutch is pretty soft, new clutch. Brakes, the brake pedal, it feels really nice, and the gas pedal feels nice as well. Shifting is very smooth. It goes through all the gears, no problems. There's no grinding, there's no slipping or popping out or anything like that. And overall, it just makes it a pleasure to drive. When it comes to the ownership of the car, how it feels driving the car, you really feel like you're in a modern sports car. It doesn't feel like a 2003 Porsche. It feels a lot newer than what it really is. It's got plenty of power to get up to speed. It's a 3.6 liter flat six engine, and the all-wheel drive system just makes it a breeze to get off the line. You could get up to speed pretty quickly on this car. The flywheel is pretty light for a stock flywheel. It revs pretty quickly. So anyway, before I put too many miles on this thing is live at auction right now, ending in a few days. Make sure to bid. Don't wait till the last second. If you're a new bidder, remember the clock resets at the very end at the 2-minute mark. So don't hold your bids till the last second. We've had people miss out before because they waited until the last second, and it is what it is, you know? So otherwise, if you have any other questions, make sure to leave it in the comments below and we'll get back to you soon. Happy bidding.